Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsnews.com, and today we are here at the ZTE event and we have the ZTE Nubia Z7 Mini with us. As you can see, this is how the device looks like. This device has a very good build quality. It has polycarbonate plastic which is being used, but again it feels very solid and very nice to hold when you hold this device in one hand. It does not feel like a brittle phone. It is something which you can hold, and especially the LED button or the home button, which also acts as a LED notification light, is something which is the coolest thing about this phone. I think we have already done the hands-on of this device at Mobile World Congress, but today I'm going to tell you everything in detail in this particular video. So this device is coming to India by the end of November, and you can expect this device to be priced very aggressively. In terms of specification, it is running on Snapdragon 801 chipset. The kind of build quality it has is very good, and the thickness of the device is also very less. It is approximately 8.2 millimeter in terms of thickness, which is very nice. And again, the overall form factor of this device is also good enough. It is having a 5-inch display. It is an IPS LCD display which gives great viewing angles, so there is no problem as far as the viewing angles of the display is concerned. The connectivity wise, this phone actually has everything which you may need. It has 3G, it has Wi-Fi, it has option to create portable Wi-Fi hotspot, and you have everything else as far as sensors are concerned. All the sensors which should be there in a flagship smartphone are there on this phone. So this phone is already very popular outside India. This is going to come to India, and the kind of form factor it gives you is something which is very nice. So talking about the phone in terms of the build quality, it feels nice, it feels solid. Even when it is a plastic phone, it does not look like a cheap phone, and it does not feel like a cheap phone. In terms of the weight, it is around 143 gram, which is again fairly light. The resolution which we have on the display is a full high definition resolution, that is 1080 into 1920. And when it comes to the pixel density is also pretty high. You cannot notice any pixelation on this device, and this is something which I really like. As you can see, even if you take a closer look, you won't notice any pixelation. It is running the new Nubia UI, which is the UI which is running on top of Android. It is a UI designed by ZTE, which runs on top of Android, and again the UI is very fluid. I do not experience any kind of lag or any kind of UI issues on this device. I have been using this device for the past half an hour, and I can say this device is very responsive and very nice in terms of the software responsiveness. Talking about the settings, as you can see, this is how the notification center look like. But before we give you the software overview, let me just give you the connectivity and the ports overview. So we have the touch capacitive buttons which are there at the bottom. This is the touch capacitive home button, which also have capacitive LED, which also have LED notification light basically. And we have touch capacitive buttons over there for the back and the menu key as well. These are the things. And then at the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack. On the back you have 13 megapixel camera which is an autofocus camera, can record high definition video. You also have secondary microphone for noise cancellation. We have LED flash over here. We have the power and sleep key and the volume rocker. Both of these buttons are chrome finished plastic buttons. They give you good amount of feedback, but they are not metallic buttons. We have the Nubia branding at the back, and we have the loudspeaker which is slightly on the curved part at the back side. So if you place this device like this on a table on a flat surface, the sound will not get blocked completely, but it will get muffled to a bit. At the top, we can see that we have the nice metallic earpiece. We have the proximity and ambient light sensors, and we have the front camera on this device, which is a 5 megapixel camera. It can record high definition video at 1080p. So in terms of the overall form factor, this device feels solid, feels nice, and in terms of hardware, it is one of the top hardware you can get. Let's see what is going to be the price for this device. That is going to be the deciding factor whether you should buy this phone or not. So we will tell you about that once the pricing is announced. The pricing for this phone is not yet announced, and we will tell you once it is available to us as far as the information is concerned. So talking about the UI, this is how the UI look like. The UI has a lot of options, a lot of features which you can use. The UI is also very nice in terms of the iconography. You can see some new icons which look very nice, and this is how the phone dialer look like, as you can see. So the phone dialer gives you the option of dialing a simple number very easily, and again it is a very simple phone dialer, but a custom one. Again, you do not have the option of making a video call. When it comes to messaging, I can show you the messaging application as well. So this is how the messaging application look like. Let me just compose a new message. So this is how the new message screen will look like. And when it comes to the keyboard is pretty good to type. Again, it will give you a pop-up of whatever key you have pressed, but it does not have continuous input typing supported. By default enabled. You can enable that with the help of third-party keyboards. But again, typing on this device should not be an issue. The 5-inch screen on this device is pretty big, and the keyboard is nicely designed to fit into this keyboard, so there is no problem with that. Let me just show you the settings and all. So this is how the settings UI look like. Again, it is also a custom one. When we take a look over the version of Android, we have Android 4.4.2 KitKat on this device. Again, this device does not have Lollipop as of now, but they plan to upgrade it to Lollipop, and it will get over the update for the same. You can also change the boot animation image on this device, which is definitely a good thing. There, here we have the model number and other information. We have the device name, which is the Z7 Mini for this one. And when we take a look over the storage, I can show you the information about the storage on this device as well. And in terms of storage, this device has 16 GB of inbuilt storage, which is again pretty good enough, I would say, but it does not have micro SD memory card slot. So you do not have micro SD memory card slot. That means you cannot expand the storage of this device, and that may be because of the thinness of this device. This device is very thin in terms of the overall weight. So let me just show you the information about the storage now. Here we have about phone, and here we have the storage information. On the storage front, we have 16 GB, out of which 9.42 GB is available to the user for installing applications, storing picture, videos and other data, and the system is taking approximately 2 GB out of the complete storage on the phone, which is. So talking about the application scenario, we can show you the current status of the RAM. So here we have the current status for the RAM. There are some running applications which are running in the background, and as of now, out of 2 GB, approximately 0.95 GB of RAM is free. Any 189 MB of RAM is being used, which is again good. Again, the kind of RAM, amount of RAM which is available to the user is pretty nice. We do have support for automatic brightness, and we have different kind of screen timeout which you can specify. You have support for automatic brightness, and adaptive display is also supported. So adaptive display option is there on this device. You do have support for GPS navigation. You can use this device for GPS navigation as well. As you can see over there, you can enable the location option, and you can use this device for GPS navigation. That should not be a problem. You do have different kind of gestures supported, which includes screen division, which includes lock screen photo and other things which you can use. You also have different kind of touch gestures also supported, which is definitely a nice thing. And again, this device, as far as gestures and features are concerned, the UI it actually has all the options, all the kind of gestures which you might have seen on other flagship phones. So it is pretty good in that particular department. You do have the option of creating a portable Wi-Fi hotspot. You can create a USB tethering and Bluetooth tethering is also supported, and you can always create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot to share the 3G internet on this device, which is definitely a good thing. And these things actually make this device pretty good as a flagship phone. This is something which is rock solid, being a plastic phone, and this is the best thing about this phone. The UI is very responsive. It is fast enough. There is no lag of any kind which I can notice, and again, it does have HDR mode as well in the camera. Let me just take a photo of my iPhone 6 to show you the performance of this device as far as the front and the rear camera is concerned. So here we have the front camera, and the front camera is a 5 megapixel camera. It is a pretty decent camera, I would say. In this low light, the kind of photo you can take of mine is something which is looking nice. As you can see, the front camera is decent enough in terms of capturing the photo, and I would say the front camera is very good. In this low light, if it can capture the photo in such a way which is looking very nice, in daylight you can expect very good results from the front camera. So front camera is very good on this device, and you can also record high definition video from the front camera as well, and I can show you the option for that. We have to go to the video mode. So now we are in the video mode, and when it comes to the video recording, I'm not able to locate the options. So maybe I will show that later on once we do the full review. As of now, this is how the rear camera view will look like. The rear camera is again good enough, and you can also change the exposure points as well, which is something which is really nice. And you do have tap to focus as well, so you can tap on the screen and focus. Let me just take a photo of my iPhone 6 to show you the overall quality of this device as far as the rear camera is concerned. So one thing which I can say on this device is that the color reduction on the screen at least is something which is not too great, and you can always tap on the screen to take the photo. And we have just taken the photo. I can show you the photo. This is how the photo look like. The photo looks good. In terms of colors, it is not looking that great, but in terms of details, it is looking pretty nice. So you can take pretty decent photos on this device, especially in low light, but colors are not looking that good. I would say the colors are not being very nicely reproduced in this photo, especially the rear camera photo which we have just taken, but we will do a thorough test of this device once we do the full review. Let me just come out from this interface and show you the video options. So we do have HDR mode supported, panorama mode is also supported, and again you have the continuous capture mode, also speed parity is also there. You have the auto mode, fun mode, pro mode. In pro mode you can actually do a lot of things, which is something which is there with the ZTE camera phones, and you can actually adjust the exposure, you can change the focus points, and you can manually focus as well. So all these things actually make this device pretty good on the camera department, but low light performance is something which I'm not very impressed from this device. Let's see. Once we do the full review, we will tell you more about this device, how good the camera is, how good the device battery backup is. As of now, I can say that this is a pretty decent device to go for. In case you are considering this device, you can consider it if it is priced right. This is again going to be a powerful phone in terms of hardware specification, but pricing is going to be the key factor. Let's see at what price it is going to be launched in India. We will give you more videos on this particular device as far as benchmark is concerned, as far as gaming reviews is concerned. Do stay tuned for that. Now, just to give you a proper idea about the overall quality of this device as far as rear camera is concerned and how good it is when it takes photos in low light, we are going to take one more photo, and again this time I'm going to take the photo of my iPhone from the back side. Let's see how well it takes this photo this time. Let me just go into the auto mode so that I get the normal photo without doing anything. So here we have the auto mode, it can easily focus, and once it has focused it will take the shot as well. So this is how the photo look like. Again, it is not that great in terms of details. Let me just take the photo again. So it has just taken the photo again. So this time again the details are not clear. So one thing which you need to make sure is that, especially in low light, you need to be at the right distance, otherwise it may not do the focus properly and details will not be visible in that case. But if you are at the right distance from the subject, details will look good and the color production will also be better. But again, if I compare this device as of now, the photo quality which I can see on the device screen as compared to the original subject over there is a difference. There is a hell lot of difference in terms of colors. So again, I'm not very happy with the low light performance of this device. This is something which I can say again. So one thing which may be a kind of a missing thing in case you like application launcher, that this device does not have an application launcher. All the application will be there on your home screen, as you can see. And again, the kind of iconography I can see on this device for the application is something which I really like. You have very nicely designed icon. You have File Explorer which is coming pre-installed. You have a backup application. You also have a video player on this device. You have FM radio as well. And when it comes to the overall look and feel, the overall look and feel of the UI is something which is very impressive, and you can easily search for things as well. And this is something which I again like, because search option for searching application which you have installed, sometimes you may have a lot of application installed. In that case, this inbuilt search for any application like Facebook or something, or for Twitter, this should be helpful. Again, as of now it is not able to locate anything. Let me just check for the same. So it is not properly configured as of now, but this search, once it is configured, can actually help you a lot. You can also change different kind of themes on this device. The look and feel of the device can also be changed. Again, this is something which is right now written in Chinese, but once it is coming to India, once it gets launched, then you will see themes designed as per Indian scenario and in English again, so that you can easily read them and recognize and apply them. So looks like a decent device, I would say, in terms of the UI, and the UI is something which looks very refreshing. You can like this video. This video helped you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you. This is ZTE Nubia Z7 Mini review for you.